Imagine it's a calm day and your store is up and running and you're getting orders after orders. But suddenly something goes wrong and your store is down. And the bad thing is that nobody at your team is available. Maybe they're at the lunch break or after your working hours and you're losing money. It would be great to have a tool which can alert you in those kinds of situations. And the good thing is we have created a free tool for you called Health Check, and in this tutorial I want to show you how you can configure it. Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alexander Barton from your favorite Shopware agency Shop Studio, and let's get started with this tutorial. I'm currently located at the Shopware store, and you can see now this is our free plugin called Health Check. And with this Health Check, it's possible to get alerted in case your shop is down. And this is a really important topic because it's often the case, for example, for other agencies, for other clients, that maybe the shop is down, even for multiple days, like 2 or 3 days, until somebody sees, hey, something is not working, the shop is down. Additionally, sometimes it takes even days to fix this issue until, for example, other developers have time. It could happen that maybe your shop is down half of a week or maybe 1 week, and this is of course a very bad scenario and you're losing money. But with this tool you can solve this issue. One more note, it's not enough to install only this tool, because this tool only provides like an endpoint or API interface for your monitoring tools. Of course, if your shop is down, this plugin will be down too and can alert you. That's why you need a dedicated monitoring tool. And my favorite tool is the Better Uptime monitoring tool. It has a basic free version, which is really enough. It gives you email alerts. It can alert you into your Slack account. And if you need, for example, SMS notification or even phone calls, you can get the premium version. And I think the premium version starts at $24 a month. Now I'm back at the store, and the next step is to purchase this plugin for free. We add it to the shopping cart and then we confirm the checkout. I have already purchased the plugin. This means I'm now at the Shopware administration dashboard and I can go to extensions, my extension, and I can see here that the plugin is already installed and activated, and you need to do it, of course, in your case as well. After the plugin installation, a new URL endpoint will be available. Check this URL endpoint. You have to go to your storefront, and now you delete the path and you enter shop minus studio minus health minus check, then /health. And this is the endpoint. And in this case, everything is up and running. You can see all in all, the store is up. This is true. And the single or dedicated checks are the server check and the database check, and they are up as well. But we can configure this plugin a little bit to add more features into it. We just have to click here on the 3 dots and now on configuration. And here you can see multiple settings. You have, for example, the setting to enable the basic auth. Basic auth is nothing else than a password protection. So you can enter username, your password, let's say test and test. And when you want to open this URL, or for example, maybe the monitoring tool want to open it, you need to enter the username and the password. This is good for example, protection against DDoS attacks or maybe other hacking attacks as well. If you're using Elasticsearch, it's possible to activate this check. For example, we can activate it here. And okay, in this case, Elasticsearch is not installed, but if it's installed, you will see a new entry here. I can disable it. Another nice check is the enable HD ping check. The HD ping check is a check where you can enter multiple URLs, and those URLs will get monitored. And for example, the ping check checks if the status code is positive. This means like a 200 or 300 status code, and this means that the page is up. It's possible to even monitor completely different URLs. It could be like a CDN subdomain URLs. If you just want to check if you, for example, CDN is up and running, if a certificate is not expired, maybe other important subpages as well, like maybe like a checkout page or other main subpages of your store, like maybe landing pages for Google Ads and more. Let's test the HD ping check. I enable it. I enter maybe the homepage of my store. I paste it. I click on save. I can see that the HD ping check is now enabled and it's up because this URL is healthy. No errors. It can happen, for example, that your certificate has expired and you will see an error message here. For example, that your certificate is not available. And this is very useful in case you don't really know what to do or why a certain problem occurred when your monitor alerts a problem. Now I want to show you another useful check called the heartbeat check. Remember, there are certain operations in your Shopware store which happen in the background. For example, schedule tasks on the messenger queues. For example, it might be that your product importer, which starts every night at 2 AM, or maybe your email delivery, which happens asynchronously after an order has happened, won't work because maybe something is not working on your server. And the heartbeat check is responsible to detect those kinds of issues. The heartbeat check will submit a sign of life, like every minute or hourly, to your monitoring tool. And if your monitoring tool, for example, do not receive like the health sign for 1 hour of 10 minutes, it will alert you. Okay, I have talked about the settings now, but let's configure the health check in our monitoring tool. This means we go now to the better uptime monitoring, and you can see I'm already using it for 2 cloud apps called Back in Stock Notification and Tree Per Order. If we want to create a new monitor, click on this button here, Create Monitor. And now we need to enter the URL to the monitor. Thus we enter our health check URL. We copy it. We click on paste. Then we can configure some settings. Alert us when the URL above becomes unavailable. For example, on escalation, send an email. Within 10 minutes, alert all other team members, for example. And here we can see some more advanced settings, like the check frequency, domain expiration, SSL, TLS verification, and more. If you have protected your endpoint with basic auth, you can enter the authentication username and the authentication password as well. We click on Create Monitor and we can see your monitor was successfully created. The first steps of a monitoring tool would be to just check the URL endpoint for I think like 3 times or even more. And after that, gray color will change to like a successful green. Here you can see that it's green now. Let's make a test. Let's change it to a red color. I will take the server down somehow, maybe the database connection or the server itself. And let's see if the monitoring tool will change to red and alert us. Okay, the server is now down. Oh no, where's my shop? This is the health check URL. And let's wait a little bit and see if we get alerted. Now you can see that the store is down and the monitoring tool is seeing it. And this is great. And I have already received an email to check the server and to fix the problem. Okay, this was the first part. Now the second part is to configure the heartbeat check, to check the async background tasks like schedule tasks or messenger queues. To configure the heartbeat check, we click here on heartbeats and now we create a new heartbeat every 50 minutes. 1 hour, it's really up to you how to configure it. Then send an email within 3 minutes, alert all other team members. We click now on Save Changes. And now we can see that the heartbeat was created and we can see this URL here. Make a head, get, or post request to the following URL. We copy this URL, go back to the administration, we enable the heartbeat check and we paste the URL. Now we click on save. Okay, and that's all. And now the heartbeat check was configured. One bonus tip, it's possible to get a nice status page as well. For example, you can create here a status page like this one here. I think it's great to have like a quick overview how long, for example, your server or your shop is up and running and if there's currently an issue. Okay, that's it for the tutorial. Hopefully you have learned a little bit, and Do not forget to subscribe to the channel or leave a comment or like below. We see us in the next tutorial. Bye!